It's been 2 weeks since the incident, and yet the frost hasira showed no sign of waking up. During those 2 weeks, each and every hasira took turns to take care of the frost hasira. Whenever one of the hasira was sent on a mission, the serpent hasira would always volunteer to take care of her, for he wants to spend the most time with her as possible. The frost hasira, on the other hand, her previously rosy-tinted cheeks lost its color. It is now pale as the winter's snow, while her body temperature was as cold as ice. Anyone would have easily mistaken her as dead, if it wasn't her pulse that said otherwise. During the time that the frost hasira was absent, many thoughts went over in Obanai's mind. To conclude, he decided he should face his feelings for the girl. He would face his feelings no matter what the girl thinks of him or not. Now, all he has to do is just wait for her to wake up. I can hear the voice. In the world of darkness, I don't know where I am, nor do I recognize who the voice belongs to. Just then, suddenly out of nowhere, I witnessed all the memories replaying in front of me. All the scenes flashed past like a movie, reminding me of each and every story. Upon these memories, I can't help but let out a small smile. A pair of arms caught me securely before I could hurt myself. The scent of sea breeze told me it was Iguro Obanai, the serpent hasira. Her anywhere? "Hello, Obanai-kun," sang it softly. I gently start to sway myself into the air. "What happened to your finger? Is the serpent hasira showing concerns for me?" I tense as I stare into his eyes with a tiny smirk. "Don't overthink it. You are the one of the few that I could tolerate, and I would like to keep it as such." Ian, my heart skipped a beat at how abnormally deep his voice was. "Yes, Obanai-kun? Out of interest, who has your heart?" This is when the tiniest smile disappeared. "I'm answering your question. The one who has my heart is you. You said it earlier. We are all hasira. We have duties to attend to, therefore. Focus on responsibilities instead. I'm leaving. You need to sort yourself out." The cold words of Obanai beat me back to reality, but the second I looked up, he really already left. I am a cursed child, remember? "That's very caring of you, young man. You must be your boyfriend, right? You two surely make a good couple." The lady chuckled as she accepted the money handed by Obanai. My heart felt a sting of pain upon her words. Yeah, maybe we would have been a good couple, just if he returned my feelings. "Oh, no, we're not dating, just friends." "Obanai-kun, I've been loving you for so long." Tears poured out of the corner of my eyes. I couldn't control it anymore. When all the pain I've been experiencing adds up together, compared to the happiness I've once had, it appears unbearable. "Do you wish to erase the memories?" A voice sounded. Do I want to erase the memories? Do I want to erase the memories? I do. Yes. Please take it away from me, if it meant taking away the pain. At the same time, an immense headache hits me as I groan loudly, my hands holding my head as I fell onto the ground beneath me, trying to breathe. It's all sucked away from me. The pressure, the pain. It hits me, bit by bit. My headache reduces as it is now bearable. So is the pain that was once killing me. The memory, I assume, left with the negativity. The darkness surrounding me never seems to faint, but the pain within me, it's fading. That's all I care. I can hear all the quiet chatters around me, although the voice becomes more and more unfamiliar as time passes. I can feel warmness covering the coldness of my hands, even though the warmth was never passed on to me. I can sense familiar presence, but their imagery starts to faint. Somehow, none of this is bothering me anymore. Can't seem to remember. As the substance is sucked away from me, the pain is gone. The sadness is gone. All the negative feelings is gone. It is all because of this substance. It sucked it away. Can't seem to remember. Only to be met with darkness yet again. After what feels like an eternity, I finally feel enough energy to push open my eyes. Blinding light shines through the thin curtains, causing me to close them once again. Just like that, I blinked a few times to adjust to much lighter surrounding. Yin? I turned my head upon hearing my name. A white-haired boy with scars all over his body was the one thing that's right next to me. Out of fear, I jumped up from my bed I was laying on, ignoring the pain, though it brought me, and stayed away from him. On the other hand, immediately went searching for the mask, while the other reaching for my katana. Luckily, the mask is still on my face, covering the birthmark, whilst my katana is on my bedside table. I pulled my sword out and pointed it at him. "Stay away from me," I said with a shaky voice, swallowing pain brought by pushing words out of my seriously dehydrated throat. Yin? The white-haired male in front of me called my name again, his brows furrowed in confusion. He had no idea what to do now. How come the frost hasira has no idea who he was? "Wait here, please," Sanami said, while I only looked at him with confusion as he sprints out of the room. Okay, never mind. Once he left the room, I carefully start to observe the surroundings. This room is awfully familiar. I don't remember when or where I was. Feeling the ache arriving at my body, I went back to the bed and sat on the side, trying to reduce the ache. But almost seconds later, the whole building was filled with hurried footsteps, getting closer and closer to the room I was in, breathing into a deep sense around me. It must have been 9 people. Definitely unrecognizable, yet familiar. My eyes stared at the closed door, and my left hand reached for my katana lying on the table next to me, getting ready for any approaching dangers. Suddenly, the door slides open, making a banging noise as it comes to a constant contact with the wall. Out of nature reaction, I pulled my katana and pointed at them. "Stay away," I shouted, regarding the fact that my voice cracked due to the dehydration. Who are these people? And why? Why are they all here at the Demon Slaying headquarters? And my child, please, calm down. The arm of mine shook ever so slightly upon the voice of my respected master. I watched as Okiyama-sama, dressed in his usual white kori, stepped in front of everyone else. His gentle smile invited comfort. I immediately knelt down. "It is a pleasure to see you, Okiyama-sama. Please rest on the bed. Your body is still weak," the master ordered, as a boy almost desperately came to my side. Half of his face is hidden under bandages. A snake rested against his neck. His eyes are heterochromia, different colored as they stared into mine with concern. Out of nowhere, out of no reason, a sharp ache reached the bottom of my heart as I felt an urge of crying. He felt so familiar, just so distant. Scared of what's happening to me, I panicked. I pushed him away from me, hoping to stop the pain from reaching my heart. As I curled back onto my back, came in contact with the wooded bedside table. Who are you? Shuddering as I felt tears escaping from the corners of my eyes. Why am I crying? I don't even know him. My words seemed to have taken everyone by surprise, everyone else but me, even the great master himself. I start to observe each and every one of them carefully, after noticing the highly tense atmosphere, but my eyes stopped on a certain person. You? I tried calling for his name. The way he reacted told me that he wasn't expecting this. I'm here, Yin. Despite being surprised, the water hasira quickly composed himself and stepped closer to the girl on the floor. Sorry, an ad popped up. He helped me up from the floor into a sitting position, in which I obviously let him assist me, since he is my closest friend here, of course, one of my only ones that I recognize. Who are they? As Giyu sat next to me, the boy who was originally next to me stood up and stepped back a little. For some reason, the way he was looking at me brings me more pain. It's not physical. It's mental. Ian, do you not remember the flamboyant us? A muscular guy caught my attention. He stepped forward, but kept good meter between us, looking at me firmly. Remember? Am I supposed to? I coughed again, due to my dry throat. At this point, my eyes is wandering around the room for any signs of drinkable water. Here, a girl with black hair, which fades into purple, came to my side and passed me a cup of water, as if she could read my thoughts. Drink some. You must be really thirsty by now. I don't even know how you managed to speak that much. It was her gentleness and kindness that invites me to trust her. Thank you. The corner of my lips formed a little angle as I drank the water slowly, so I don't choke on it. By the time I finished, I put the empty glass down onto the bedside table. At the same time, I was still placed at the center of attention, in which I tightened my hand on the blanket due to the tense pressure that I felt. All right, my children, I'm sure we are glad to see her finally awake, but let's give her some space. Giyu, you stay with her, as for now, and let her rest. Let's go. Okiyatama-sama says, noticing the uncomfortable atmosphere as he urged the pillars to give them some time. The boy, with the snake, left the room last, after giving me another worried glance. Giyu, as quiet as he is, sat next to me, although with no words were said. He understood that silent company is all I need right now to get my head over everything that had just happened. Meanwhile, as soon as the rest left the butterfly estate, the insect Hashira spoke up. Okiyatama-sama, I think I have worked out what happened with Yin, she said, bowing her head upon speaking to the most respected person of the Demon Slaying headquarters. Please do tell us, Shinobu. First, Iguro-san, did Yin ever accidentally hurt her head during the fight? Now, all the attention has gone to the serpent pillar as he starts to recall every single detail that has happened, until he remembered how she was thrown against a wall. At the end, she was thrown against the wall. If anything, it must have been that moment where she hurt herself. The serpent Hashira replied, also wanting to know what happened to the frost Hashira so desperately. That must be it, Okiyatama-sama. I believe Yin is suffering through selective anesthesia. The words of the insect Hashira once again shocked everyone. From what just happened, it appears that she remembered Tokia-san, and I assume everyone they've been through together. She also remembers you, Okiyatama-sama. By the way she acted, however, she showed zero signs of any memory towards me, Shinagawa-san, Tengen-san, or Obanai-san, or in fact, anyone else who was there. Therefore, I suspect her having selective amnesia. Obanai-san's words on what happened during the mission assures my thoughts. Although all the pillars were in disbelief, there was one particular hasira who was most affected by this. Obanai. She forgot me. He simply couldn't believe that fact, that she had forgotten everything that happened between them. However, that is not my only worry, Master. What I am more concerned is that the other factor that must be fulfilled in order for her to forget. Once again, the insect pillar caught everyone's attention. She voluntarily gave up on her memories.